The audience for our European cash game, they're not allowed to touch that champagne. Security will pounce.
All the things are done in real life. I don't know, there's something about it when he plays poker. He's got jet lag.
Yeah, when I'm not really...
Andreas' first act, and he's found a bit of a hand, Neil.
5 seconds, that's why.
Yeah, raising from early... Not too much raising from early position so far, and Andreas hasn't done that much raising all told, so maybe the other players will be suspicious of this.
He does hold the American Airlines bullets for Andreas Holvoil.
Andy Black with position, just flat calling with 2 9s. I think if he was out of position, he might have gone for the 3-bet. But he's got the button. He figures he's going to get to act last, and that's going to give him an advantage. He's also got implied odds to flop a set. And obviously then it turns out to be not a great flop for 2 9s, so may not be the biggest pot ever.
A better hand than I had the last time.
He may be underestimating Andy's ability to call bets on the flop.
No, I think he's going to fold this one. I think he perceives Andreas to be reasonably tight.
Go on, I should really play it. You show me one card. Give me something. I showed you 2 early. Just one. Turn that one over, yeah? Doesn't matter. Oh, you don't need to show me any now. No, if you're wondering which to show me, it doesn't matter. I know what the story is.
We want to see the other one. This one.
No. Once he was thinking about which to show me, it was all over. I didn't need to see any of the cards. He was obviously thinking he didn't want to show me that one. Yeah. Which was one of those.
It was another ace, the other one.
No, it was a king or a queen. It was one of those 2 cards. That's why you were having a dilemma with
No, it was another ace, of course.
I shouldn't be helping you.
Don't you believe me, Andy?
Now, Neil, we do have a fascinating mix of nationalities. 8 different nationalities for our 8 players. How much store do you put in that? Like, if you meet a player and they're from a certain country, do you think there are characteristics from different countries, or is that a little bit of a poker myth?
No, it's not a poker myth. I think there are characteristics from different countries.
€100. I mean, there could be a lot of deflation in between now.
Give us one.
I like Italians.
Yeah, I like Italians too.
And French people.
Pass.
Apart from Bruno Fatoussi. Who I like a lot as a person, by the way. But I mean...
In terms of merits as a player?
In terms of me licking my lips.
Cool. All right.
We're going to have a multi-way limped pot.
Yes, please.
I don't see too many of these in high-stakes cash games, but here's one.
3, 6.
Well, of course, the players are quite deep stacked today, and, you know, they feel like they've got a chance to get the whole lot.
Well, we could see some action here.
Pass.
Eric's flopped the nut.
Yeah, Eric's obviously hoping for some action, but I should think Leo Margetts is probably thinking this is a fairly decent flop for her hand.
2 overs and the flush draw.
Not a great turn card for her, though. Pairing the board.
Now, if you're Eric, how do you play this spot?
I think I have to have another bet. I'm just looking to try and get 3 streets of value. I think I'm going to bet like 750, and I think Leo will peel one off.
7.
I'm going to remember that.
He knows better than me. He bets 7.
Now, should she peel one off here? I mean, the problem with flush draws in Hold'em is they're so visible, aren't they, that, you know, you can overestimate how much you're going to get paid when you hit them, but she is going to call.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily have called, but I felt pretty confident that she would.
6.
Well, not the Turnham River that Eric was dreaming of.
Yeah, Eric's just thinking, I have to fly 8,000 miles for things like this to happen.
He can't complain. He's playing with everybody else's money from season 1. What's the problem?
It's not terrible, is it, really? I think he's going to make a defensive bet here. Somewhere in the region of 1,200. Oh, 11. There we are. He's not quite sure, but he, you know.
Now, this is an interesting spot. We haven't seen much of Leo Margetts as a player in the poker world. Does she have the raise in her armoury here?
She absolutely has the raise in her armoury, but if she did raise, it would absolutely work, I'm sure. I think if she'd have made it 2,500, Eric would have to fold.
Okay.
But it was, I think it was a defensive bet by Eric at the end.
And that's how they stand after the early going. Andrew Feldman's top of the shop. He's got a €1,600 profit. Also in the black, Jens Kulnen, Andreas Heuveldt, Ricardo Souza and Andy Black. Still pretty early on, Neil. These players still getting to know each other.
Yeah, I mean, that table doesn't tell too much of a story so far. I would say, generally speaking, where people are and how they're doing so far in the game is down to what kind of cards they've had. The people that were winning the most had the best cards. The people that are losing had the worst cards. The only person that's really done any kind of significant bluff is Andy Black.
Not the biggest shock if you were laying odds before we started.
Well, he likes to play, doesn't he? He's come to play poker.
Pass.
Ricardo opens this one with pocket tens. We do have a straddle from Bruno.
600.
Yeah, and it's no surprise that people are sort of feeling each other out. I mean, Eric Lou's been quite quiet so far. I think he wants to sort of see, he doesn't know these players, he wants to suss them out a little bit, and I think they're all a bit tentative early for that reason.
Bruno's called Ricardo's
8,
raise
9,
from
9.
the straddle.
Yeah, this is an interesting flop for these hands. Obviously, it's a good flop for 2 tens. But I think Bruno will be interested. He's got 2 overcards and a gut shot straight draw. And we might get a little pot going here. I think the kids tend to call it donking into the fellow if you lead on this flop on your Bruno. And he's chosen not to do that. He's gone for the check call. Possibly a slightly weak play. And I might have had a stab at a check raise, which probably wouldn't have succeeded, but it might have been a stronger way to play the hand.
Well, 2 of spades doesn't change anything on the turn.
Yeah, I got a feeling Bruno's starting to lose interest in this pot. I mean, it's a double flush draw, and you know, really to
2,000.
he's looking to hit the. If he's going to win on showdown, he's going to have to hit a jack of diamonds or jack of clubs, and even then the board's paired. So
Bruno's thinking about something.
the only thing
Neil.
he can do is make a big all-in move if he thinks that Ricardo's weak.
He's capable of it, though, isn't he?
He definitely is capable of it, but as we were saying a second ago, these players have been feeling each other out. They haven't been playing together too long. I don't think he knows too much about Ricardo. Does he really know what kind of hands Ricardo's capable of folding? I think discretion's the better part of valour. He's going to think about a move and change his mind. He has actually got the perfect stack for the move.
I think he's going to think about a move and make a move.
He's actually got the perfect stack for the move. So that's probably... He's just probably thinking whether he's got quite enough money to be sure that Ricardo's going to pass like a pair of sevens or something.
See, I was hoping for the exciting option. We didn't get it.
Ricardo Sousa is from Portugal. A relative newcomer to the poker scene, Ricardo has enjoyed some really good early success, including second place at the 2008 EPT Polish Open.
Hi, I'm Ricardo Sousa from Portugal, and my biggest poker winning was EPT Warsaw 2 seasons ago for second place. I started playing poker 2 years ago, and I started playing online. What I love most about cash game is the competition and the way you are improving your game every day, and I like also the liberty of being able to start and stop every time I want. I've been able to adapt fast to the players. I read well what the players are thinking. I think is the most important. Playing very solid game and aggressive, and try to adapt faster to your opponents than they adapt to your playing style.
Pass. Pass.
Straddle is on again. Andrew Feldman
6.
making it 200 to go.
And again, Eric Liu deciding to attack the straddle. He's in the prime position to do that, really. Andy Black stepped away from the table for this hand.
You're steaming.
Yes, I am.
Yes, absolutely.
That's when I'm steaming and play better.
Obviously, you can leave the table at any point. This is a cash game, not a tournament. You can pick your money up and go home at any point if you really like. You can pop off, comb your beard, come back. Tease your beard. Is that what you do with beards? I didn't know
I
that.
have absolutely no idea. Bruno's called the raise here. And,
Yeah, it's called out of the blind, and Andrew Feldman suggested that was a steam call. Ace deuce suited. Maybe it was a steam call. This is a good flop to have a stab at if you've raised pre-flop with position. Obviously, the paired board and the presence of the deuce means it's unlikely that anyone's hit anything. However, Bruno has hit the deuce, and again he's faced with the prospect of a check raise all in as his move. I think he'll like it this time. He's going to think that Eric Liu has probably raised light. He's seen him raise a couple of times on Andrew Feldman's straddle, and he's got to think it's pretty hard for Eric to have hit 10-10 deuce. I think I'd be moving all in here. And if he doesn't move all in, he's going for a call. Oh, no, there we go. He went for the check raise, but not all in.
Well, Eric is well capable of sniffing this out and rebluffing him. It's a bit tricky because Bruno's stacked short.
Yeah, I think he'll just... Again, it's early in the game. They haven't clashed too much. There's not too much history. He may be thinking that Bruno's a little bit hotted up from one or two of the other hands. Oh.
Well, here you go.
Well, he's gone for the call. He's decided to float.
He's representing extreme strength, basically.
Well, absolutely, yeah. Bruno's now left with €3,800. There's 6,000 in the pot, and he's decided he's got to go all in. So effectively, when he went for his check raise on the flop, he'd already decided that he was pot committed, and that it was all going in whatever.
So Bruno has managed to claw some chips back and got himself almost up to his starting stack. Join us after the break for more action from the PokerHeaven.com European cash game.